Welcome to the NSIC Spotlight, the voice of the NSIC student athletes, powered by gpac. gpac, growing people and companies. I'm your host, Nick Corner, Assistant Commissioner at the Northern Sun. Today, we are joined by Landon Freeman of the University of Sioux Falls football team. Landon, thanks for joining us on the Spotlight.
Thank you for having me, Nick.
All right, before we get to last weekend's big win, you grew up in Sioux Falls. How did you end up at the University of Sioux Falls?
So, coming out of high school, I had a couple offers and Sioux Falls was one of them. I didn't end up going to Sioux Falls. I ended up at Southwest Minnesota State. I was there for about a year. Then I got a hold of Coach A after I left, after I entered the transfer portal, and he got a hold of me and I told him I wanted to come back home, and that's what happened.
So back at Sioux Falls, you had the red shirt in 19, 20 was the COVID year, but 2021, you're finally out in the field and getting a chance to make an impact. The Cougars took a tough 14-10 home loss to Winona State 2 weeks ago. What did the coaching staff do to prepare you guys for this last weekend's game at Minnesota State?
Yeah, coming off a loss is always tough. The coaches always prepare us in the best ways, offense and defensively, special teams. We really emphasize our special teams here at the University of Sioux Falls, and I think that's really big because after coming off a loss, any team's going to come back the next week, 10 times harder. So that's just kind of what they prepared us just to get ready for this next one, and that's what we did.
All right, so you've had 3 100-yard rushing performances already this season, but you really broke out Saturday, rushing for 213 yards on 10 carries. You finished the game with 317 all-purpose yards, got NSIC Player of the Week honors, got in the end zone 5 different times in that 35-25 win at Minnesota State. Did you see anything going into that game that you knew you'd have a big game like that?
Not really like that, like with the 10 carries and stuff, but I mean, I've been working my butt off these past 3 years. It's really hard to not play football for 3 years and just you're just going to work out and do nothing really, and it was just really hard for me. But with all the hard work I put in, I kind of knew that it was in, I had it somewhere in me. But
so you're a running back. You got 10 carries in that game. The game was tied at 7 before you guys erupted for 24 second quarter points, including scores of 58 and 69 yards from yourself. Then a 13-yarder from Theo Reisdorfer. Reisdorfer finished that day with 21 carries, 149 yards. Tell us how your running styles are familiar and how they're a little different in that two-headed rushing attack.
Yeah, well, we're similar in only the ways of we both run hard, but I love it because obviously Thoreau's a junior. He's a year above me, and he has another year left. So Thoreau's just that hard runner. He's going to run in your face. He's going to just come at you every time. And he kind of gets the defense broken up for me. And then they throw me in, and then I just kind of finish up the drive. And I think it's the best combo in the conference with the big back and then a small back after that. So
yeah, kind of a thunder and lightning. Thoreau pounding it, tough, hard runner. And then you're just hitting the edge quick and breaking some tackles and getting in the end zone. So when you rush for over 300 yards, you have to give praise to the men up front. Talk about your offensive line a little bit.
Yeah, my offensive line, I wouldn't be able to do what I do without them. I give them all the credit in the world. They bust their butts every day to make me do what I do. And credit to Brendan Moran, Sebastian Perez, Zach Lyons, all the tight ends, and all the even second strings, everyone that comes in and helps me get where I am. I can't thank you boys enough, and you guys are the best. So
yeah, definitely got some big holes out there for you to score 5 touchdowns in the game. Minnesota State, however, got back within 10 with about 5 minutes left in that game, but your defense stepped up. Tell us about some of those teammates on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, Dorian Frederick, one of our corners, Lee Pitts, another corner, Carter Lohr, our front line, like Amari Grosskopf, David Vargas, Jesse Wybar, Day, all of them boys, Mike Enos at linebacker, Cody Jansen. Those boys are a wrecking crew. They're the top in the NSIC right now, so it obviously shows all the hard work they put in, and they're a wrecking unit, that's for sure.
So the Cougars 6-3 overall, but you're 3-1 in the South Division. You control your own destiny as far as the division title. You win out, and you're guaranteed at least a share of that divisional crown. You travel to Wayne State this weekend. What do you know about the Wildcats, and what's the keys to victories down in Wayne, America?
Wayne's a good, way better team than I think most people have seen. Their offense is very explosive. Their D-line is something we've emphasized on. Their front four is really, really good. But, like I said before, our coaches, they game plan very well, and they're going to put us in position to make the best plays we can.
So I know we've heard a lot, go 1-0 this week. Is that kind of the talk of the Cougars of going 1-0 each week, or what are the coaches telling you as you head into each of these final two matchups?
Absolutely. That's the first thing he says on Monday. He says, we have our little, so like this Monday, we had a recap of the Minnesota State game, and he just said, like, that's all in the past, throw that away. He was like, it was fun, but scratch that and let's get on to Wayne. So it's that mentality of just on to the next one.
All right. Well, best of luck to you down in Wayne this weekend and the rest of the season. But before we let you go, what are you majoring in? What are your plans for the future post-college with this COVID? You're in your fourth year of college already.
Yeah, I'm majoring in exercise science, and I plan to be a performance coach. So like I started training my junior year in high school at Boom Athletics, and it's based out of T, South Dakota. He is a professional sprinter. He got me in my junior year, and I was his first athlete ever at Boom Athletics, and now it's just blowing up. All the fastest track kids in the state go there. So I'm going to probably try to partner up with him and start a little program.
Outstanding. Well, good luck to you with that. Obviously, you got a couple years of football left and a couple weeks of football left. With this season still, a division title on the line as you guys are 3-1. That's going to wrap up this week's show. We want to thank again our sponsor, gpac. Make sure to check out the Cougars this weekend, along with all other NSIC content on the NSIC network. Landon, best of luck to you and the team, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Nick.